Okay, so today, guys, you should have had finished your cover page in your own style, your contents page in your own style, and your double page spread in your own style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the pages that I've been working on over my weekend very quickly. Can you guys let me know if you can see my entire screen? Good morning, Max. Can you guys see my InDesign? Excellent, thank you. So this is my cover page that I have made. Where I had the silhouette previously, I have dragged in a photo that fits the colors. I've also added the kind of lifestyle topics within the magazine that actually conforms to Buzz, but I thought that that would be good for my magazine. The next thing I've done is I have popped in my contents page. Obviously, I've popped gibberish for my articles there. And I'm going to show you again and remind you again how to drag in some images, because I know that some of you are absent for that, so I will be reviewing that again with you. And then finally, here is my double page spread. I've wrapped some images around my text. I've got a key image here. These are secondary images, so obviously I would be tracking these in my image log. So this morning I had a bit of a play around with Issue, which is a platform that you'll be uploading your digital magazine to. And unfortunately, that platform does not support EPUB. And an EPUB is what is required to view your videos, to play them, to stop them, etc. So what I'm going to be showing you today is how to link your video externally, so how to have a hyperlink in your InDesign document and how to link externally to your video. I'm also going to show you how to link from page to page. But what I thought I would start with, I thought that I would start with a bit of a refresher about importing images. I'm just going to come back to the conversation now. Type in here, do you guys need a bit of a refresher how to import images? Yes or no? 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 Okay. If anyone does, can you say yes, please? Because otherwise I'll move past that because we're pressed for time. Anyone? It's okay if you do. Does anyone need to know how to import an image? There's 18 of you on this call. I'd love 18 yeses or nos, please. Excellent. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Mafia. Thank you, Finn. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ollie. Okay, excellent. I guess I can move on then. Excellent. So, excellent. So now what you guys have is you should have your cover page, your double page spread, your contents page and your double page spread. Obviously, my pink boxes here is where I have images, but you guys don't need me to show you that again, so you guys can just use your imagination. So what I'm going to teach you now is I'm going to teach you how to hyperlink from your cover to your article. So I'm going to do this at a pace that I think is going to be effective, but if you need me to slow down, please just type and let me know. So I've already made a hyperlink because I was practicing this morning. But to make a hyperlink to another page, what you would do is you would click on the area that you would like to be the hyperlink. So my article is how to stay fit and healthy in isolation. I would like my audience to click on this and be able to go to this page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on what I'd like the hyperlink to be, and I would like to add hyperlink. I would then click, I'm going to bin this hyperlink. To bin a hyperlink, you just click on it and you press the bin. Yes, I want to remove the hyperlink, but I want to create a new hyperlink. I'm going to click on what I'd like to be the hyperlink. I go to hyperlinks, ensuring that I'm in digital publishing. I'm then going to click the plus button to create a new hyperlink. I then want my hyperlink, I don't want it to go externally or to an email. I want it to go to a page within my magazine. So I'm going to click on page. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the appearance. Do you want a visible rectangle around it or an invisible rectangle? I want an invisible rectangle. So when my audience hovers above it, their rectangle will appear, but I don't want it to be there permanently because it's on my cover and that doesn't really meet the codes and conventions. So I'm going to click OK for that. So now, how to stay fit and healthy in isolation. Sorry, I'm going to actually delete that one again. My apologies. I'm going to add one. Sorry, my apologies, guys. If I click on this hyperlink, add, how to stay fit in isolation page, click on the page. I want it to go to page 1, 2, 3. So it's going to go page 1, 2, 3. It's going to be linked to a page and it's going to be invisible. Make sure you link it to the correct page that you want to take it to. I'm then going to press OK. Okay. Then once I click on this hyperlink, when I export my document, it will take me to this double page spread. What I want you guys to do now, I want you guys to have a go at doing that, and I'll come over to the conversation to see if you've got any questions. Have a go. Let me know once you've done it, please. Okay, thanks, Freddie. Freddie, did you understand the instruction though? It's recording and I'll put it on the Google Classroom stream for you to access at any time. Okay. Again, Kyle, if you go to the Google Classroom stream, I'll have this video popped on there for you so you can follow along. Okay, sure. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So once you guys have decided that you'll watch the video and do it later, or you've accomplished this, could you please let me know? And please let me know if you're having trouble. You're on the program and you just can't figure it out. Cool. Thanks, Melissa. Cool. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ben. Cool. I've got 19 students on the call. Can 19 of you please let me know how you're going with your progress? If you need some more time, done. Thanks, Jack. Excellent, Mothia. Done. Cool. Monty, done. Cool. Once we export it, we can see if it actually has worked. And I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. Excellent. Cool. So as most of you are done, or you're going to follow. Cool. All right. Excellent. So I'm just going to go over it one more time for you, Caitlin. So what I'll do is I'll do it with a contents page. So say that I want this first section here, or this, if I click on the health section here, it will then take me to how to stay fit and healthy in isolation. So I'm ensuring that I'm on the digital publishing setting. So digital publishing. And then going to click on health, ensuring that it is selected. That's going to almost work as a button to then take me to the isolation, how to say fit in isolation page. So I'm going to click on health. I'm going to say hyperlinks. I'm then going to add a hyperlink by pressing the little plus button in the hyperlink section. I want this to take me to page 3 in this magazine. I want it to be invisible and then press OK. So once that's made into a button, see how it's got the little zigzag lines around it instead of a full box? That means that the button has worked. But then when I click on this, it will take me to this. Caitlin, is that helpful? Tyler will do it later. Okay, sure. Cool, awesome, excellent. So while I've done that, if you can't really follow along now, feel free to watch this back in your own time and you can follow along. But for the students who have done that, Great job. Fantastic. So in your table of, so what I want you to ensure you're hyperlinking, I want you to ensure that on your cover page, the main article that you have written has been hyperlinked. So if you're making a checklist, make sure that's been hyperlinked. And then I want you to ensure that your double page spread in your contents page has also been hyperlinked, or the area. So if your issue or if your article is about style, maybe you want to hyperlink style and then take that to your double page spread about style. If your article is about health, you can use that as a hyperlink and take it to health. The next thing I'd like you to do, as we can't have a video in the double page spread or on your magazine as ISTU does not support it, I would like you to create an external hyperlink. So what I've done in this video here is I've taken stills from a video. Okay. Then what I'm going to say down the bottom here is what I'm going to have written in my article is if you want to watch the full video, please access the YouTube page here. I'm going to turn this into a hyperlink. I'm going to go hyperlink here. I want my hyperlink, I'm going to add a hyperlink, and rather than hyperlinking it to a page, I'm going to take it to a URL. I'm going to take that to YouTube, obviously I'll copy and paste it, I'm just making this up, youtube.isolation tips for fitness. Okay, I want that to be invisible, so you just hover over and you go there, and then I want that to now be a URL. Obviously, see how that's gone red? That means that URL is not available. Just copy and paste the URL that you're going to use. I just haven't found a video, so my apologies. So when your target audience click on this, that will take you to an external video on YouTube that will show your target audience how to, watch this video. So if you've created a video, just upload it to a YouTube page. You can use your YouTube from your student email, and you can have them watch the video on that. So you don't have to add the link now if you don't want to, but can you just try and practice to where you find it? So click on the area that you would like, go to hyperlink, add a hyperlink. It won't add mine because I've already got one, and just select hyperlink. Try and give that a go now for me, and let me know if you know where to locate those buttons, please. And let me know if you've got any questions. Could you guys pop in the comments and let me know once you found those buttons, if you're having trouble finding those buttons, or if you're going to do it a bit, watch the video back and do it a bit later, please. Or if you have any questions. Excellent. Thanks, Jack. There's 21 of you on the call. I'd love to see 21 responses, please. Okay, thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Kyle. Excellent, sure. Thank you, Miles. Come on, 21, pretty please. Do it later, cool, later, Finley, excellent. So, oh, hi, Simon, later, excellent. Thank you for your involvement. Cool, excellent. Cool, excellent, so excellent. Oh, no, don't say goodbye. I want you to stay, Simon. All right, so now you've got your hyperlinks externally to an external video. You've got your hyperlinks within the magazine. So you're now utilizing all of the functions of a digital magazine, and then your magazine will be finished. Fantastic, ready for Friday. Excellent. So What I want, so this is our magazine that is our own. It doesn't really conform to Buzz. It might have a few of the similarities, but this is our own in whatever style we like. As we know, we need to make a magazine that fully conforms to Buzz. So what I've done is I've gone to Issue and I've looked at the most recent issue that they have released. So if I go over here. Okay, so here's the cover. They've done a summer special for their magazine for May and June. Here is their contents page. We're going to do a contents page across both. As you can see, they've got hyperlinks that take you to the pages. We're going to have similar things to that. And then they've got their pages, and I'll show you a double page spread of theirs. Excellent. So this is their double page spread. So what I'm going to do now, obviously for your magazine, you're going to have completely separate issues for your version and for Buzz's version. But I'm just going to show you how I'm going to convert my version of Buzz to conform to the Buzz magazine that we have. So with InDesign, it doesn't make a see-through background for a PNG. So I'm going to show you how to put Buzz masthead on in Photoshop and then import that into InDesign. So I know that might sound like I'm being a little bit tricky, but I'm just utilizing a platform that I think you guys will understand a little bit easier. So to access the masthead, I've actually popped that on your Google Classroom stream for you. So as you know, to make the masthead the size, Control D, hold down Shift, and then the masthead, you can move the masthead around. I'm going to pop this just here, and I'm going to press Enter. So it got distorted just a little bit. So I'm going to drag it in again one more time. Ensure you're holding down Shift nice and hard because you want to keep the masthead the same ratio as what Buzz's is. I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to Control T to transform it, hold down Shift and bring it to the entire width of my magazine. So now I've got my local Buzz. So your magazine might not actually be purple and blue. So to change the color of this, you can do this in a multitude of ways. You could use the magic wand tool and you can select an area and fill it. Or alternatively, if you go Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, you can then just play around with the different hues to make it match your color palette. It might not have your color palette in there. You can change the saturation to make it really intense or to make it black and white. What color do I want to play around with here? Alternatively as well, I can go Image, Adjustments. You can change a color balance as well. So you could add more red to make it more pink. I'm going to make mine really pink because that goes with my overall color palette. So I've made mine more pinky now. So I've used the color balance tool and I've used the hue and saturation tool to change my color of my Buzz heading. What I'm going to keep doing as I go back and forth from here, I'm going to be ensuring that I'm looking at the way that Buzz, how they've got their front cover, because you're going to be assessed on how well you can meet the Buzz front cover. So they've got the local Buzz there. They've actually got a different masthead on that, but we're just going to use the one that I've got from their website. Cool, here's the local Buzz. Now what I'm going to do in Photoshop, I'm just going to drag in my photo that I've used previously. Obviously, for your magazine, you're going to have a different photograph. Hold down Shift, make this like this, press Enter, and then I'm going to bring my masthead to the front. So as you can see, my masthead has that white behind it. I'm just going to select that and delete it. Oh, so if you can't make a smart, if you can't delete the background because it's a smart object, I just unselect it. I add a new layer I bring that below the buzz. I bring that below the buzz, or I bring that sorry, my bad. I select the layer 1 and the buzz masthead. I'm going to select this one, hold down shift, select that on there, and then I'm going to merge layers. So now it's not a smart object anymore, and then I can just use my selection tool to remove this. So the reason why I did this in Photoshop is just because it's much, much easier to take this step in Photoshop. Now I can Command T to transform, hold down shift. I can move my figure where I would like this, still holding down shift, but mine's not working for whatever reason. Pop her into position, and then I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to export. Oh, okay, excellent. Now I'm going to export this as a JPEG. So I'm just going to file, save as. Okay. File, save as, save on my computer. I'm going to save that as a JPEG, and I'm just going to call it cover, and I'm going to save that to my desktop. Make it a very large file. Fantastic. Okay, so now that I've got my buzz masthead overlaying my photograph, I'm now going to import that into InDesign. So hypothetically, I'm just saying that this is not the magazine that I've just converted. You're making a fully new idea for your magazine. I'm removing the masthead and I'm removing the photo because I then want to go to my desktop and now drag in my image from Photoshop. And for those who've already done this before, you know to change the size of your image, you're going to double click, ensure you have the brown box, hold down shift to bring that down, then you're going to click on the blue box to fit that into place. And then going to move this into place, and then going to move my blue box so it meets the edges of my magazine cover. I'm then going to double click, getting my brown box again, holding down shift and bringing that to meet the entirety of my magazine. I'm then going to select that image and arrange that and send that to the back. Now I have a cover that conforms to the Buzz codes and conventions. Let me have a look at the Buzz magazine. So mine looks pretty similar to this, except that they've got their kind of what subjects are in there at the top. So if I wanted to, I could select this, I could select this, and I could bring that to the top if I wanted, or, you know, I'm still conforming to the magazine if I leave it at the bottom. Okay, that was a few steps, but I'm hoping with the Photoshop steps that you know how to do that really, really easily. So I'm going to throw it out to you guys. Would you guys like to have a go at doing it now? Or would you guys like to have a go at doing it later by watching the video back? Please let me know. Later, excellent Finn. Later, excellent Jack. Later, excellent Mothia. The video, cool. Later, excellent. Of course, Daniel. Of course, Miles. Of course, Ollie. Of course, Tyler. Excellent. So you could play that back and do it in small steps with dragging the masthead onto an existing image in Photoshop. I'm confident that you guys know how to use all of those tools because we've done that lots and lots of times in digital photography. So now I have my cover page that looks very similar to Buzz. What you might want to do if we inspect the Buzz magazine, You know, look at the different formers fonts that they're using. Use those fonts. If we're looking at the contents page, you might want to ensure that you're using the same kind of fonts. So you're putting small images in here and laying it out. I would ignore that kind of grey panel and just focus on the rest of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw it out to you guys again. Would you guys like me to go over how to make your contents page look like this? Or do you think you're confident with making your page look like this using these fonts yourself? What would you like from me? Does that mean yep, yep? You want me to show you? Confident? Come on, 21 of you, please let me know how you're feeling. Confident, awesome, confident, excellent. Confident, excellent. Confident, excellent. Confident, excellent. So what I want to do when I'm looking at your Buzz version of your magazine, I don't want to see any difference between the way that Buzz has laid out their magazine and yours. For my own peace of mind, I want to look at your Buzz magazine and think that it was one of the real Buzz magazines. That's what I need from you. What I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to be holding any one-to-ones today with you to meet your deadline for Friday. I'm going to be holding those meetings starting tomorrow to give you some time to show me the different bits, okay? Now, do you guys think you're confident with linking, importing? So linking, by linking I mean the deadline on Friday is midnight. Are you confident with linking between your magazine and externally? Creating different layouts and importing images. They're the 3 things that I'd like you to be confident with. 3 yeses. Cool. Cool. Excellent. Well done. Come on, there's 21 of you. I want 21 responses, please. Cool. Excellent, Lou. Fantastic. So, excellent. So what I'm going to do is, excellent, fantastic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to export your document and upload it to Issue. So, off we go. So here's my version of my local Buzz. Obviously, it's finished and it's completely different from my own version of Buzz, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this window smaller so I can show you. Crazy wide window, guys. All right. So here is my local Buzz magazine. I'm going to File. I'm going to Export. I'm going to export it to my desktop. That's where I put everything. Then I'm going to export that as an interactive PDF. Just for a bit of knowledge, if you export it as an EPUB, that will actually allow you to show the videos. But Issue doesn't support EPUB. So they do support, however, interactive PDF. The interactive PDF, we're going to save this. I've already played around with it today. So yes, I want to replace my interactive PDF. I'm just going to accept all of the settings here. You could actually make it so the page flips itself every 5 or 10 seconds. We don't want to do that. And we want to export all of the pages. You can export them as pages, so individually, or you can export them as spreads. So you can play around with both and see which one you think is best. So I'm going to export this now. It's just telling me that my text has gone around the borders, and it's just telling me that some of my colors are not going to be appropriate for printing. We're just going to get digitally, so it's fine. So now this is downloading. So now I've downloaded this as an interactive PDF, and if I go to my desktop here, oh, no, it will already pop up for me. Excellent. So now I could see, if I click on how to stay fit and healthy in isolation, doesn't take me to my correct page. Make sure I link to my correct page. But if I go to, if I click on health, I didn't link this properly, guys. I apologize. This is why we test and retest. But if I click on this, it should have taken me to this double page spread. So I need to go back and ensure that I've clicked on page. Oh, it's because I chose page 3 and I didn't choose page 4 and 5. So I've been not an effective teacher in that retrospect. I apologize, guys. But yeah, so if my hyperlink worked properly, I could click on this and it could take me to this double page spread. If this hyperlink worked here, I could click on this and it would take me to a hyperlink externally to the YouTube video page that showed this woman doing these exercises. I'm hoping that makes sense, even though mine is a little bit broken. So once I've made sure all my hyperlinks work and I know that that's all fine, I can then upload this to EPUB. I obviously wouldn't be uploading this to, not EPUB, sorry. I'm going to upload this to Issue. Obviously, I'm not going to be uploading this to Issue with my links not working. So make sure you check that those work first. When you're checking that those links and things work, that's actually one of the criteria in your assignment. It says you need to show that you've tested it. So just do a screencast of 5. You click on the links and showing that it works. And then you could even talk over it and saying, to make sure the links work before I upload it to Issue, I'm just going to click on the links and make sure they work. Uh-oh, they don't work. I need to go back and fix it. Use that video. Show that things don't work. It shows your progress and development. So that will be really good. So if I go to the local buzz, I know that you guys have already made your local buzz, if you go to Issue, I know you've already made your Issue profile. To add a magazine that works with all the hyperlinks, if you press Add Content, you can then drag in your magazine. You can call it Local Buzz the Isolation Special. You could then write a bit of a description about it. You could then say it's an editorial because it's a magazine, and you could make it public so we can see it. You can allow for download, so you can allow people to download it, and then you can press Publish Now. So as you can see, my local buzz has loaded. For some reason, it looks like this. I'm not too sure why. But play around with it and make sure it shows you double page spreads. Do you guys want to have a go at exporting whatever you have and then uploading it to Issue to see if it works and make sure there's no issues there? Just download what you have in InDesign and then see if you can upload that to Issue. Or would you prefer to do it later? Let me know, 21 of you. Hello? Are you alive? Are you there? Okay, cool. All right, later. Awesome, cool. I know we moved super quick through this today, guys. I'm really grateful for you taking in all of this information. I want 21 responses, please. Excellent. Thank you, Mothia. Excellent, excellent. Cool. All right. If you guys are doing it later, can you, I'll make a Google Classroom tutorial 3 tutorial. Can you upload for me once you've downloaded your interactive PDF? Could you upload that as a task, please, so I could have a look at your final interactive PDFs, please? Thank you. And I'll give you by tomorrow to do that, if that's okay. How does it sound with everyone? Cool, excellent. Cool, excellent. Thank you, Jack. Everyone, please. Yes, Caitlin, excellent. Cool, right. Come on, that's 4 of you. I need 21 of responses, please. Hello? Come on. Are 21 of you snoozing? Thank you, Mothia. Give me a couple more yeses and we can move on. Thank you, Finley. I'm hoping you guys aren't taking a snooze. All right, so guys, I'm going to stop recording the screen now because I'm not going to teach you any more about issue. I'm not going to teach you any more about InDesign. What I am going to be doing, I'm going to be showing you in my digital magazine how that then relates to your assignment. And there are going to be a few helpful tips in there. So for people who haven't joined, sorry. All right, thank you guys. I need to stop recording.